Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to be making some breakfast. I'm going to make some biscuits and gravy with some eggs. So let's get started. What I do is I take a pot and I fry my sausage off once I get the pack open. Seemed to be taking a little time. I probably had to search for the scissors. Yeah, there it is. This isn't the most eye-appealing meal, but I like it. It's not the prettiest meal, but you know, I like it. So a lot of people actually like biscuits and gravy. So let me know if y'all like biscuits and gravy. This is really a basic recipe. I don't really measure anything. I just kind of add this and add that as I go along. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just brown this until it's done. All right, so while that is browning off, I'm gonna get my biscuits ready. I did not do biscuits from scratch. One day I'll do some biscuits from scratch. I may have done biscuits from scratch before in here. I'm not 100% sure, but if I did, I'll try to find the video. If I haven't, I'll do one day. So I just press that. You know, a lot of people are skittish about these biscuits, and I get it because it does kind of get to you, but so I just put these in just a regular, this is a cake pan. This is a 10-inch cake pan. I don't butter this pan or anything like that. I just put them in there so they'll be touching a little bit. And then I bake them on 350 until they're done. Okay, so back to the sausage here. I'm just gonna let it brown all the way through. Let it, cook all the way through. It doesn't take that long. As you can see, it does not take long at all. You can season this. I just really go easy with the salt in this dish, but you can season this. You can add some onions in there if you want to. I didn't because you know who, child. So I just added some onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. And then, as I'm making, when you start making the gravy, I do add a little bit of butter in here because it wasn't a whole lot of fat. So I add the butter and I let that melt down, and then I'm gonna add the flour after that, okay? And so I'm just getting that in there. And now I'm gonna add the flour. And what I do is I let this cook and I let it go for a few minutes just to cook out that raw flour taste, because you do not want that in your, it is not a pleasant taste. And so what ended up happening is the sausage and the oil, it absorbs all that flour, and then you just cook it until that raw flour taste is out, and then you're gonna add your liquid. I add milk. You can do heavy cream. You can do half and half. You can do chicken stock if you want. You can do some water and add bouillon in there. It's totally up to you which one you choose. You want, decide you want to use. But like I just, spread this out, let it cook. Add the milk. I don't know how much milk that was I added. I just added some milk. I know somebody's gonna be like, how much milk? I don't know. Certain things I measure, certain things I don't. A lot of things if I have measurements for it, it's because I did it for catering. This I did do for catering, but I still just eyeballed it. It's really easy. It's not a hard dish to make. So add a little bit of salt, some black pepper. You add a little bit as you go. That way, when this starts to come together, you're gonna taste it and then see if you need to adjust your seasoning. You don't want to dump a bunch of salt in at the top, at the beginning. And then once it comes to a boil and thickens, so now I'm going to add a little bit of bouillon in here. So as I was saying, once it comes to a boil and thickens, if you've added too much salt in the beginning, it's going to be salty. So at least at the end, if it still needs a little bit of something, you've added a little bit here and there. You just need to add enough to kind of just finish it off. I've even seen people put Worcestershire sauce in it. It's up to you. And then I cover it and let it simmer. And as it thickens to the way, the thickness I want. And then I taste it here. Just to see where it is. It needed a little something. So I added it. And then I turned it down and I moved it off to the side so that it can simmer and just really, come together so I can get everything else done. So the biscuits are done and I'm just gonna brush them with a little bit of butter. This is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's completely optional. It's up to you. It's your kitchen. You do what you want to do in it. So this is how I make fried eggs. I put a little bacon fat in my skillet. This is a Blue Diamond skillet, by the way. It is my favorite nonstick pans. I don't really buy nonstick pots much, but this one I love it. So I just, put them in the pan with some bacon fat. And I season with some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And, you let them go ahead and set. I go ahead and I crack the yolk. And then I turn them over so that they can cook on the other side. And then season them on this side as well. And it doesn't take long at all to cook them. And that's that. Okay, so this is how I make the scrambled eggs. I got 3 scrambled eggs, some salt, pepper, garlic powder. I add about a tablespoon of water into them. I scramble that, get that black pepper out of there. I add some butter. Now, the only time I use butter on scrambled eggs is when I'm using a nonstick pan. When I use a stainless steel, I will use some oil, but I'm using this nonstick, so I'm using butter. It's like at a medium-high temperature. And now halfway through the process, I'm gonna add a little bit of cheddar cheese, cook that through, because this is gonna give you some cheddar cheese throughout your eggs. I'm not really an egg person, but Jordan, my kids love eggs, so I make them for them. They actually know how to make them themselves as well. Even Junior. Yeah, Junior can cook a full breakfast. He's 11. He'll be 12 next February. So then what I do is I put the rest of the cheese on top. Add about a couple tablespoons of water in there so I can put a lid on it and let it steam. So the cheese can go ahead and melt without your eggs getting all brown on the bottom. And here we are. All right, so here it is. Everything's done. This is Junior and Amaya's. They eat the fried eggs. And Jordan has the scrambled eggs. He doesn't like the fried eggs. They prefer they prefer fried. Full service restaurant around here. Well, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.